All right. What is up, YouTube? What's going on, fellow fantasy people? And of course, what is up, the Catch fam? Man, week 4 is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. It is here. The wait is over. Let's get ready, man. I'm excited. It's going to be a good week of fantasy football, guys. Truly excited for this one. Okay, so I'm just hopping into my 12-man league. Eli Mitchell has been dropped. Mitchell, shoulder injury. He was listed as questionable for Sunday's game against the Seahawks. Is not expected to play. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to pick up Eli Mitchell. He was available just based on the matchup alone. But outside of that, I don't have a lot of faith in Eli Mitchell. Unfortunately, the inconsistency with this backfield, just not a fan of it, man. But looking at him potentially being the RB1 versus Seahawks, I was interested in that sense. So, but nonetheless, man, that's interesting. Steven has picked up Rodrigo Blankenship and dropped Dalton Schultz. Interesting. Dalton Schultz in this league coming in at tight end 5. Steven wants the he's going with his kicker video, man. He is all about the kickers. So interesting. If I'm not mistaken, he's got 2 kickers. Or maybe he just no, he does only have 1 kicker, in case anyone is wondering. Okay. I need to go through set my final startups, or my final roster here. So my final starters, I should say. So yeah. Lamar Jackson versus Denver. I think I had to do it. Listed as questionable. Remains with a back injury. Remains questionable for Sunday's Week 4 matchup. I haven't heard anything that he's not going to play. It's a bad matchup. They're averaging 10 points to opposing quarterbacks. I don't know, man. I think I have to start Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's a bad matchup. He's dealing with the injury, but how can he not? How can he not start Lamar? It's Let's go ahead and see who's available at QB. Heineke, Sam Darnold. Probably be the only guys I would consider. Heineke's got a good matchup. He's had 20 points in the last 2 weeks. I like the Heineker. Brissett's got a pretty decent matchup against the Colts. How many points did Joe Burrow put up? 22. Good night for Burrow. I just think I have to start Lamar. It wasn't last week his worst week of the season. No. Week 1 he only had 18 points. It's a tough matchup. Definitely concerns me. But let's move on for a minute. Okay. David Montgomery versus Detroit. I think it's a good matchup. I think he's going to have the best game that he's had all season long. He had 18 points against the Rams. I mean, it's been a rough 2 weeks, right? I would imagine that Matt Nagy and the Bears have a better game plan in place. I'd hope. Tim Patrick. Love this guy. Good matchup versus Baltimore. At least 11 points, depending on scoring format, and all 3 games he's played in. He's been very good in the red zone. Didn't have any red zone targets last week, though. But I like this matchup. I think the Broncos are going to come out and look to put up some points. My main decision right now is between Henry Ruggs and Corey Davis. It's, I feel like Henry Ruggs is due for a bad game after having 2 very good weeks. Chargers are pretty damn good against opposing receivers. So, on the other hand, Corey Davis has been very bad the last 2 weeks and is due for a good game. He's got a very good matchup versus Tennessee. Tough call. And I've got AB in at the flex. It's a bad matchup for Antonio Brown. But I feel like with Gronk out, which was brought up in last night's stream, I mean, AB's got to have to naturally see more targets. And I feel like Brady's going to want to feed him in this matchup, man. I am very excited for this Sunday Night Football game. Very, very excited. I got Kaseki in versus the Colts. I feel pretty good about that matchup. And I know Mike G was very disappointing in the first 2 weeks. Extremely disappointing in week 1. But 12 targets last week. Had an extra quarter and everything. But I feel all right with Mike G in my starting lineup. Yeah, Corey Davis, Antonio Brown, Henry Ruggs. And I've got Devonte Williams. I mean, that's really where things get a little dicey in terms of who do I start. But I think they're all good options at the end of the day. Got Matt Gay in versus the Arizona Cardinals. Think he's going to have a good day. It's been pretty consistent so far this season. Now I've got the Saints defense in. So those two aren't changing by any means. I look for both of them to have good days and really bolster my overall stat line. Yeah. Got a tough matchup, though. Got a tough matchup. Dak Prescott, Leonard Fournette, Alvin Kamara, DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, Rickenbaum. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The tight end on the Broncos. I don't know why. This is the second best team in our league, and he's got that dude at the tight end position, which is interesting. Miles Sanders, Bucker, the Bills. They have a pretty good bench for the squad, too. So, looks like Johnny Smith was his tight end 1. So, it's a tough matchup. It's a good team. 20-man league. If I didn't start DJ Chark, I'd be feeling really good right now. It's a 50-50 shot, according to the app. Tim Patrick in, Trevor Lawrence and James Robinson, DJ Chark already played. Aaron Jones, Jared Cook, Corey Davis, McManus, and Dallas's defense. Rolling with Dallas's defense. I like that call. Dropped Carolina's defense for Dallas. KJ Osborne on my bench, Rondell Moore on my bench, Pat Freiermuth on my bench. I kind of definitely wish that I started Pat Freiermuth in the flex position and did not start DJ Chark. I feel like Freiermuth is going to have a very good game. Very, very good game. I feel all right about this matchup. He's got Kirk Cousins and DK Metcalf. So, yeah, I need Metcalf to have a bad day. I've got him against me in both leagues. So, DK, if you're listening, do me a solid and don't play well today. Excuse me. But Kirk Cousins, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, A.J. Dillon, Evan Ingram, and Nelson Aguilar. So it's not the most complete team by any means. I mean, A.J. Dillon versus Pittsburgh is not a great start by any means. Evan Ingram versus the Saints. Feel pretty good there. Aguilar, it's got a good matchup. Could see him have another big game like he did in week 1, but still wildly inconsistent. Mason Crosby and Miami's defense, those are pretty good starts. But Fournette versus New England is not a great start. Although I won't be surprised if Buccaneers put up 40 points. So I feel okay about this matchup. Like I said, if I hadn't started if I hadn't started DJ Chark, I feel very good about this week overall. But I started DJ Chark, put him in 2 minutes before kickoff, so that was great. Legendary Sport Cards, what is up, brother? Good to see you in the chat, man. Hope you're doing fantastic. You know, we're just we're cooling, getting ready for week 4, man. It's here. The wait is over. We're a month in, guys. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Month in to the 2021 fantasy football season. Craziness. Legendary Sport Cards. Who to start? Cordell Patterson, Cooper, or Waddle? I like Patterson this week. I think it's a pretty good matchup against Washington football team. They've been pretty good up front, of course, and against the run, but he's getting so much value out of his PPR value and out of those receptions. So I think he's got a good shot to have a good day overall. Waddle, I like more. He seemed to have better chemistry with Tua out there. I could still see him having a good game, of course, though. But yeah, I think Amari Cooper's got a shot at a good day. The Carolina Panthers are down starting corner, of course. But it's tough to say. Personally, I would probably roll with Patterson as the most consistent play. I think Waddle has the lowest floor out of those guys. And I think Cooper has the highest ceiling. As I see now, add Jacoby Myers. I'm not crazy about Jacoby Myers this week. I know he's got a really good matchup. But I think Patterson or Cooper would be much better plays. I mean, I would rank those Patterson than Cooper. I mean, Cooper's just always going to have a high ceiling. And a little bit of a low floor, though. And then I would put Waddle and Myers. I mean, I'm just not sold on the Patriots' offense. They just have not been consistent from a fantasy perspective. So it's very difficult to truly evaluate them. And Patterson's been actually quite consistent this year, which is very strange, but it is what it is. He was not a guy I was sold on picking up on the waiver wire. And he showed up, man. And I do actually like this matchup with with the Washington football team. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's how I would rank those guys. Thanks for the question, bro. Good to see you, man. That reminds me, we did not set the Catch Fam official roster, so I'm going to hop on ESPN and make sure we're good to go there. Going to load super slow, but it's all good. Yeah, I feel all right headed into week 4 here. I mean, I need some dubs. Could really use 2 dubs in both my leagues in week 4. The team we were playing has 26 points. Josh Jacobs getting the first down in Madden. All right. Excuse me. Let's pull up. Let's do some game picks. Some good games this week. All right. Let's see here. Titans at Jets. Titans better win this game, man. They better. That's all I got to say. I think they will. It would be very interesting if they did not, put it that way. All right, looking at the Catch Fam roster, I'm going to throw Tyler Higbee in over Tanyan. We got Damian Harrison versus Tampa Bay. Not a great matchup. Got the Broncos defense starting versus Baltimore. Got Waddle in this league. And Henderson. Let's put in Ayuk. Let's do that in honor of Steven. Let's put in Brandon Ayuk. Jason Sanders, Broncos defense. Let's go see who's available out there. Good sack. Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Titans over the Jets. Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Titans over the Jets. All I got to say there. Chiefs and Eagles. Eagles, I think, will put up a fight, but the Chiefs need a win, man. So personally, I'm going to roll with the Chiefs. They need to win far, far more than the Eagles do. So I'll roll with them. I'm going to pick up the Washington football team's defense and start them versus Atlanta. Or should we just start? Yeah, let's just start the Broncos, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't really see them putting up a lot of points. I don't know that I'm crazy about Washington football team, man. Huh. I don't know. I'm crazy about starting the Broncos versus the Ravens, though. Thanks. Ooh, we forced a fumble. Let's go. Let's see. Dolphins versus Indy could be a good start. They're available. Cowboys. Bears. Let's pick up the Cowboys. Let's start the Cowboys defense. Steven was high on them this week, so we'll roll with them here in the Catch Fams official roster. All right, so yeah, Titans over Jets, that's my game pick. Chiefs over Eagles, that's my game pick. Cowboys Panthers, tough game to call. I like both of these teams where they're at. I like this Panthers squad a lot, but I just think offensively, I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to keep up. I think they have the better defense, but I like the Cowboys defense as well. But personally, I'm going to roll with the Cowboys, giving them the offensive edge, so to speak. All right, let's see here. Hugo, what is going on, brother? How are you doing today? Hope you are ready for Week 4 action, man. It's going to be a fantastic week, man. Is it a bad idea to start Woods and Higbee? Should I start Austin Hooper instead? No, I think those are strong starts, man. I like Higbee this week. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair between the Cardinals as well as the Rams. So, yeah, I think those are good starts. I would feel better about Higbee, over Hooper, if I'm being honest, man. But, no, yeah, to answer your question, man, I don't think those are bad starts whatsoever. So, yeah, I would feel pretty confident in those guys. It's not a great matchup for Hooper, but I think Higbee's got a much higher ceiling overall. So personally, that's who I would roll with. And yeah, I think Woods is going to be needed in this game as well. So I think it's a good start. All right, let's see here. Real Goated, what is up, brother? Good to see you in the chat as always, my guy. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Hope you're ready for Week 4, man. It's going to be a good one. I feel pretty good about this week overall, man. It's going to be fun. Going to be a lot of fun. All right, looking at the Catch Fam roster, man, I'm trying to add Trey Sermon. I mean, he's available, and he's going to be the RB1 on the week. He's facing Seattle. It's a good matchup. Can see this guy going off. But we don't really have anyone to drop. It's kind of the problem. Making a lot of moves without Steven's consent. Hopefully he's not mad. Hugo, thanks. Clicking that like button. Appreciate that support, brother. Means a lot to the channel. If you got any other questions, man, throw them my way. Vishnit, what is going on? Josh Allen to start or Baker Mayfield? I would roll with Josh Allen and that between those two. I think he's going to have a much better day versus the Houston Texans. So, yeah, personally, I would roll with Josh Allen. The Vikings have been kind of sneaky good versus quarterbacks this year. I mean, they've allowed teams to put up a lot of points, but they're a little bit better overall, right? The Texans have actually also been kind of sneaky good. But personally, yeah, I would roll with Josh Allen. I think he's going to have a good day, man. Probably going to come out and throw about 3 touchdowns before it's all said and done. So I like where he's at, and I would continue to roll with him. Fantasy Catch-Up. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Happy to have you here as always, man. Hope you're doing fantastic. Let's see here. I'm starting Jay Waddle, Cole Beasley, and DKS, a.k.a. DraftKings. I'm thinking of having OBJ in, and maybe who you thinking. My QBs I'm using are Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, and my sleeper, Matt Ryan. I like that. Yeah. What other, so you need, so Waddle, Beasley, OBJ. I would consider one of the Broncos receivers, maybe if they're a little bit cheaper. Cortland, Sutton, or Tim Patrick. I think they've got good matchups versus the Ravens today. So let me know what you think about that, man. I would imagine that they're not too expensive, especially like Tim Patrick. I think he's going to have a good week. All right, let's see here. Trey Sermon. Fantasy Catch-Up. Running backs are Derrick Henry, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Zach Moss, and Jonathan Taylor. So that's probably where you spent your money, especially on Derrick Henry, man. He's going to have a crazy day. He's going to have a big day, man. Good matchup for him. I think it's a good lineup, man. Let me know what you think about potentially adding Broncos receivers today as well. Sutton is 5,700. I guess that's pretty high. I think OBJ could have a good day, man. I mean, he's going to be a wide receiver 1, right? So I think he could have a good day. Not bad at all. T-Pat is like 40, about 5,000. Yeah. I mean, I would start Sutton looking at the price difference between the two. It's not that much higher, right? So, yeah, I would personally start Sutton. I think he'd be a good ad. But I think Odell's not a bad play this week either. I mean, the Browns are going to have to lean on him. He's going to see a lot of volume. But, yeah, I think the lineup looks good for the week, man. I think he did a good job of piecing together some cheaper players, right? So, yeah, I think it looks good, brother. All right, we're dropping Robert Tonyan in our ESPN league for the Catch fam. Picking up Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon or Brandon Ayuk? I mean, Sermon's going to have a monster day. What did you imagine? This defense is bad. Bad against opposing running backs, man. All right, our team. Patrick Mahomes, Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Higbee, and Trey Sermon. I think it's a good lineup. We got the Cowboys defense and Jason Sanders. Let's go take a look at the kickers. Let's go see what kickers are out there, man. Yeah, I really am hoping that Dalvin Cook is healthy and active today. It's a tough matchup, man. I mean, would you guys consider benching Dalvin Cook? It's a bad matchup versus the Browns. He's a little banged up, right? All right, let's go see what kickers are available. Fantasy Catch-Up wide receivers are Hill, Beasley, and Waddle. Yeah, I think it's a good matchup, man. Well, a good lineup, I should say. Good matchups for a lot of those guys as well. Man, there's some good kickers available. I'm going to pick up Q. He's got a great matchup. The Washington football team is allowing the most fantasy points per any team, any defensive team against kickers. So I'm going to roll with Q in our ESPN official Catch Fam roster. I still like Jason Sanders this week, but let's roll with Q for the week. Why not? Why not? All right, game picks. Saints and Giants. I'm rolling with the Saints, man. I think they're the better team. This defense looks great. I think they're going to win this game. I think the Giants will put up a fight, though. Browns and Vikings is going to be a really good game, guys. I'm giving the edge to the Browns, man. But it's going to be a good game. All right, let's see if we can't put Q in a kicker. Perfect. Fantasy catch-up. Who's your quarterback of the week? I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a really good game this week. Truly do. Chiefs have been bad in the secondary, man. And I like him a lot this week. I think he's going to ball out. And I'm kind of just thinking outside of, your regular top guys, right? Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a great day. Let's see if there's any notes on Dalvin Cook so far. Bad matchup. Bad matchup versus the Browns. I guess we just have to monitor. I mean, it's saying he's healthy. He's going to play. He's listed as active. I mean, yeah, I don't even care about the matchup. You have to start Dalvin Cook, right? All right, let's see here. Yeah, I think we set a good lineup for the Catch Fams roster. All right, fantasy catch-up. You got Rams or Cardinals, Hawks or Niners. Whew, those are tough calls. Tough calls. I'm going to give the edge to the Rams. It's going to be a good game. Could definitely see the Cardinals pulling out in a divisional game, right? Hawks and Niners, another divisional game where it could go either way. I'm going to give the dub, believe it or not, to the Seahawks. I feel like they're due for a good divisional win. And I like this Niners team, man, but I'm going to give the edge to the Seahawks this week. So, yeah, Rams, Seahawks. Two of the toughest games to call this week. But, yeah, we got those out of the way. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions. Tough game, actually, to call at the end of the day. Man, a lot of people picking the Bears. I'm going to give the Lions a win. Yeah, I'm going to give the Lions a win this week, man. Bills, Texans, yeah, I'm picking Bills. Dolphins, Colts, tough game to call, actually. I think the Brisket has a little bit of revenge. This Colts team is a little worrisome, right? A little worried for our co-host Steven out there, man. I think the Dolphins could win this game, but I could definitely see definitely see the Colts winning this game as well. It's a tough game to call. I think these teams are actually relatively similar. Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to roll with the Washington football team. Taylor Heineke has a good day. But I'm not crazy about either of these teams today. I think the Washington football team is a better team than the Falcons are. Not crazy about the Falcons right now. Fantasy catch-up. Sneaky start is Chester Rogers, number 1 for Titans. Julio Jones and Antonio Brown out. Yeah, or not Antonio Brown, A.J. Brown. Yeah. Westbrook. Nick Westbrook played really well. Also, at the receiver position last week for them. And, yeah, I think he's a good start as well. He could end up seeing some wide receiver 1 work also. So, it's a pretty good matchup for them against the Jets. I mean, actually, technically, it's not a good matchup, but I still don't believe in the Jets' secondary long term, although they've played pretty well. So, we'll see what happens. Fantasy catch-up. I'm starting Lions defense, LOL. Cheapest defense on DKs, and I'm hoping they just give me enough. You get me? I spent better money to have Kelsey at tight end. Yeah. I think it's a good call. Like I said, I actually think the Lions are going to win today. I think they're going to show up today. So I don't think it's a bad move at all, man. The Bears have been very inconsistent. Justin Fields is going to start, right? And yeah, I think it's a pretty good matchup overall. And especially if you're able to spend money in other places, man. I think it's a good matchup, good lineup. Packers at Steelers, I'm giving the edge to the Packers. They're the better team here. Steelers, they're just not great, right? Just not great. Defense is good. TJ Watt's coming back, so we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to give the edge to the Packers. Denver Broncos, Baltimore Ravens. This is a tough game to call, man. Oh man, I'm gonna ride the hype train of the Broncos. I'm gonna give them a dub here. Oh, but that's tough, man. This Ravens team is interesting. They haven't played very well defensively, and yeah, I'm like this Broncos team, man. They're playing very, very good. So I'll stick with the Broncos in honor of our Madden franchise. Fantasy catch-up. Give me 3 wide receivers to start today. A number 1, number 2, and number 2, 2, 3. All right, let's think about it. Let's think about it. Let's pull up some receivers. Let's see. I mean, I would imagine that Cooper Kupp is extremely expensive, but I think he's going to have a good day against the Cardinals. I like Stephon Diggs, who I also would imagine is extremely expensive. I think he's going to have a great day against Houston. I like DJ Moore today. I think he's going to see a lot of volume against the Cowboys. So I like those guys as wide receiver ones, as well as Terry McLaurin and Mike Williams. I think they're going to have good days. So I like all those guys. Speaking of wide receiver ones, that is. Let's move into the wide receiver 2 range. I like Tyler Lockett this week. I like Cortland Sutton a lot this week. I think Odell's a decent start. Brandon Cooks, I think in terms of volume, could have a really good day. I like Brandon Ayuk versus Seattle in that kind of range. I think Emmanuel Sanders, if he's cheap, man, could be a good start against Houston, right? A little bit of upside there, as well as Cole Beasley. Antonio Brown, if he's a little bit cheaper, I think could end up having a good day as well. So I like AB. Let's see. Let's get down and dirty here. Try and find some sleepers. I think in terms of volume, Hunter Renfrow in full PPR formats could have a good day. Curtis Samuel might be coming back. He might have a good day against Atlanta. Patterson, if he's listed as a receiver, I like him if you can play him and get him a little bit cheaper. So, yeah. I don't know if that was helpful. I just named a ton of guys, but I like all those guys today. All right. Now, where was I with the game picks? All right, Bucks and Pats. I'm going to give the edge to the Bucks, but this is going to be a great game. Tom Brady might set the record for most passing yards of all time, which will be interesting. Fantasy catch-up. I'm shocked you left out Adam Thielen. Yeah, I think he could have a good day as well. Yeah, I think he could certainly have a good day. So, Browns have looked pretty good defensively, but I could definitely see Adam Thielen get in the end zone today. So, yeah, I think it's a good start as well. It's a good call, man. Yeah, I'm taking Bucks over Pats. Raiders versus Chargers. Close game, man. I'm kind of scared to pick against the Raiders. Truthfully. Wow. Tough one to call. I would probably... Ooh. I'm going to give it to the Chargers because they're at home field. Well, that's a tough game to call. It's going to be a good game, or not a good game, it's going to be a good week. A lot of good games this week, though. But I'm excited, man. I'm going to sit back, watch some football, relax. Probably be on here late night tonight. Get the late night stream going for Sunday. Little week 4 reaction. But I'm excited, man. Truthfully, I think it's going to be a good week. A month in. It's crazy. A month in. It's wild. Feels like we just drafted like last night. And here we are. Here we are. A month into the 2021 fantasy football season. And regular season as well. Yeah, I got NFL Game Day morning on. Not really seeing anything crazy pop up. But if I do, I will definitely let you guys know. Chiefs have allowed 7 rushing touchdowns this season, the most in the NFL. Eagles are the 5th team in terms of rushing yards per game. It's pretty wild. We drew a flag. Okay. Chiefs are at the bottom of the AFC West. A little bit of turmoil out there. Little bit of turmoil. What's wrong with the Chiefs? I don't know, man. It's very early in the season. That's all I got to say. I think they can turn this thing around. I mean, don't you guys? They got to get this win today, man. If they don't get a win today, it's a little worrisome. But I definitely think they have a good shot. I mean, I like this Eagles squad, man. But they definitely need to get a win today against the Eagles. No doubt. Chiefs have allowed the 2nd most rushing yards in the league per game. Not good. Not pretty if you're a Chiefs fan. I think Patty Mahomes is going to come out and light it up today, man. He's got to. Got to. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I feel all right about my lineups, man. I don't think I need to really do anything crazy to them. Packers, Steelers. Last time Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger played each other was in the Super Bowl. Great Super Bowl, man. Unless you're a Steelers fan. Bad Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm excited for this game, man. I'm excited for a lot of games today. I think it's going to be a good week. Good week. All right, let's see here. Killing it in Madden today, guys. Yeah, I hope that Steelers defense can make this game a little bit competitive. Fantasy catch-up. I need your help picking a flex. Let me know who you're thinking, man. Let me know who you're thinking. We'll make a decision, brother. I got 4800s to work with, and right now, Devin Singletary's there. Yeah, throw me some options, man. Throw me some options. We'll sort this out for you, brother. I mean, I don't think Singletary is an awful option if he's pretty cheap, but yeah, let me know who else you're thinking, bro. Sorry, guys. I was, I'm not going to lie, I was ordering food for the game. All right, we're good now. We're locked in. Just going to keep it real with you guys. All right. JRXSAS, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream last night, man. Had a blast with you guys last night. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing fantastic on this Sunday. Guess it's not morning. It's almost time for kickoff, guys. I have Rager as my wide receiver 2, and I still don't know who to flex. Can't decide between Dalton and Parker. Parker has a favorable matchup with the Colts, but Dalton may be Dak's go-to guy. Rager's got the best matchup out of those players, but he's been very inconsistent. I mean, I like the thought behind Dalton Schultz as well. He's also been relatively inconsistent. Devonte Parker's also been pretty inconsistent. That's probably why you're struggling. I mean, it's a tough choice. I would say Rager has the highest ceiling just based on matchup alone. But I don't mind any of those plays. I mean, I think they're all pretty equal to one another, in other words. So, in that sense, I don't think it's going to necessarily hurt whomever you start between the three. If you feel pretty good about Dalton, then I think that's a good start, man. I mean, this Panthers defense is pretty good. So keep that in mind, right? But overall, I could definitely see him being a security blanket today. Just keep in mind, he didn't have a good week 2. Week 1, he saw the amount of targets we like to see. Week 3, he obviously did as well. And he also got a fair amount of red zone targets, right? So I don't dislike him this week, but just keep in mind that this Panthers defense is legit. They're down a man at corner, which is going to hurt. But I do like Dalton Schultz this week. Like I said, I view these guys in kind of similar fashion between the three. But I think Dalton Schultz could be a sneaky guy to start this week. I don't know if that was helpful, man. Let me know if, what else or what other thoughts you have there, JRXSAS. Fantasy catch-up. Rondell Moore, Jalen Rager, Will Fuller, Singletary, Higbee, Pascal, and AJ Green in terms of a flex player. Okay. Yeah, like I was just saying, Rager's got a very good matchup against the Chiefs. I think that gives him a pretty good ceiling overall. Rondell Moore, I was so in love with like 2 weeks ago as being like a consistent player you could start every week, right? And now I'm like, I don't know. The ceiling's high, but the floor is low. Fuller, I still want to see more out of before we put him in our lineups. But, wow, I just threw an interception. There's a flag, though. I kind of like Singletary versus the Texans out of those guys the most. And I like Higbee as well. So, it's tough calls. I think Rager's got a good matchup. I would leave Pascal and AJ Green just been wildly inconsistent. You know, if you asked me a week ago, I probably would say Zach Pascal with the amount of red zone targets he's seen. But after last week versus the Titans where he did nothing, I don't know. Don't know. Tough calls there, man. Tough calls. Let me know after that extremely unhelpful evaluation who you're thinking now, fantasy catch-up. And I'll tell you if I like the final pick or not. Tough calls in the flex, man. Always, flex is tricky. Tricky. All right, let's get out of this game of Madden, man. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Let's check the injury report, see if there's anything popping off there. Dylan Macy, would you review my fantasy team? Of course, man. Give me a shout. Let me see who you got. Be happy to do that for you. All right, week 4 and actives. Let's see what's going on here. Injury report. Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, we knew that. No one on the Jets we care about. Frank Clark's not playing for the Chiefs. Gardner Minshew's inactive for the Eagles. We knew Christian McCaffrey was out. Cowboys got a couple defensive players, but no one who's really starting. Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard out for the Giants. It's kind of big if you're a Giants fan. If you're starting the Saints defense, right? JT moving. What's going on? Pick 2, Fuller, Marquez, Callaway, Pascal, Davonte, Parker, and Tim Patrick. Definitely Tim Patrick. I like him a lot this week. It's a very, very good matchup versus the Ravens. He's been very consistent through the first 3 weeks. Think he's a lock for 10 points at this point every week. So I like him a lot. I would definitely go with him. I like Callaway after seeing him get in the end zone finally. I would actually rank him next on that list. So then I'm kind of torn between the next couple guys. Pascal, I mean, like I was just talking about like 2 weeks ago, I absolutely loved him. And he played very poorly against the Titans, who have an awful secondary. He's had a lot of red zone targets throughout the season so far. So I do like him. But after seeing his floor and how low it could be last week, don't feel great about him on a consistent basis. And Parker, we just haven't seen consistency out of either. And same with Fuller. They've got a decent matchup against the Colts, but the Colts defense is still okay, guys. So definitely roll with Tim Patrick. And then I would Callaway hasn't been consistent either. It's just good to see him get in the end zone. And this Giants team, I don't think is going to perform very well today. So I like his chances of getting the end zone again. And then I would kind of put Pascal and Fuller next up. But I still want to see a larger sample size out of Fuller. And, yeah, I think personally I'd probably start Patrick and Callaway or Pascal. I would definitely consider Pascal as well. But tough choices there, man. Let me know if that was helpful or if you need more feedback there. Happy to keep dissecting it for you. All right, so we knew Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton's out. Saints, no one popping off there. Bears, no one important. Vikings, Dalvin Cook's playing. That's all that matters, right? Lions, no one important. Bears, and Andy Dalton's not playing, and yeah, Justin Fields getting the start, so that's gonna be fun. Hopefully. Texans and Bills. This should be I don't know what I was getting at there. Should be an interesting game. Who's injured? Who's not playing? Danny Amendola for the Texans. That's about it. Bills, a couple of defenders down. Jordan Poyer, but no one important really in terms of fantasy, right? Colts, nothing important there. Dolphins, nothing important there. Washington football team, nothing important there. Falcons, Russell Gage is down. Doesn't really matter. Could help Patterson. But Gage has been down, if I'm not mistaken. So, once again, nothing crazy there. Cardinals, Rams, Steelers, Packers, Ravens, Broncos, Bucks, Patriots, no inactives. So, interesting. All right, JT moving. Yeah, thank you. I've got Adam Thielen, who's a lock, just to paint on my wide receiver 2 in flex. Yeah, I would feel very good about starting Tim Patrick this week, man. I think he's going to have a good game. This Ravens secondary is quite awful, actually. So, yeah, I would feel pretty good about starting him. And then the next couple are kind of difficult, right? Those kind of mid-tier, bottom-tier receivers are always hard to choose between. I've got like 5 receivers on my bench right now, and I'm like, I just don't know who to start. So I definitely feel that, man. But, I mean, Pascal's gotten a lot of red zone targets. He's always going to have a chance to score a touchdown. But I just don't know. He's got him and Michael Pittman are going to see pretty good defenders this week, right, on the Dolphins. Dolphins haven't played great in the secondary, but they still have one of the best corner tandems in the entire league. So I'm a little hesitant there. I think Callaway's got a chance to have a pretty good day, man. But it's definitely tough decisions there, man, for sure. I mean, I've got Pascal in my 12-man league, and I just don't think I can start him. I've got Tim Patrick in both my primary leagues and the starting lineup. So, yeah, I feel very good about Tim Patrick this week. He's been very, very consistent overall. Wow, Tyrann Mathieu just one-handed us. Yeah, so I'd definitely start Tim Patrick. That's the guy I feel the best about out of all those players for sure. Gronk is not playing tonight. We already knew that, though. Could definitely help you guys who own Antonio Brown, that's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, wow, Clyde-Edwards-Helaire. Could he go? All right, let's see if there's anything else relevant going on. Yeah, Lane Johnson not playing versus the Chiefs. Ravens, Lamar Jackson is expected to play. Man, I really hope he can play well against the Broncos today. I've got the Broncos, or not the Broncos, I've got him up against the Broncos. And I need him to have a good day. Lev Bell. Yeah, this is an interesting scenario. Le'Veon Bell's been activated from the practice squad, and the Ravens have to cut, well, not cut, but they have to put a healthy scratch for one of these running backs. And there's been rumors that Tyson Williams could be the guy, which definitely affects a lot of your guys' fantasy rosters, but I haven't seen any update on this situation. I mean, I would think Devonta Freeman would sit. I mean, Tyson Williams has definitely had the most success. Latavius Murray's looked good in his role too, but if you're asking me, I mean, personally, I think it should be Devonta Freeman. Be interesting if we actually see Le'Veon Bell play today. It's been a while, right? So I feel like Tyson Williams is still the guy they should roll with, right? But we'll see what happens. But I hope that we get some sort of update for you guys who were planning on potentially starting. Wow, we just missed that interception. Potentially starting Tyson Williams today. We know that Quentin Nelson's not playing. Apparently, Josh Gordon looks pretty good for the Chiefs in practice. Might start next week. We'll see. We shall see. All right, let's see here. Great stream last night, guys. Had a blast with everyone who came out to the late night stream last night. A lot of new faces. Just appreciate you guys. It was a lot of fun last night. A lot of fun last night. Community is growing, man. We're up over 200 subscribers. It's crazy. I know this Sunday pregame stream's usually not that active. People are kind of cooling before it's time to watch some football. So it's not as crazy. But last night was an absolute blast, guys. Absolute blast. And we're halfway underway. Another half hour, and we're live. Time Some NFL action. JT moving Mike Kaseki or Kyle Pitts. I would roll with Mike Kaseki. I'm pretty hesitant around Kyle Pitts. The Washington football team's been okay against opposing tight ends, and Mike Kaseki saw like 12 targets last week. I know he had the extra quarter, right, in overtime, but I like Mike Kaseki this week versus the Colts. Him and Brissett seem to have a pretty good chemistry, so I think he's a good start this week, and I like him more than Kyle Pitts. I mean, I know they've both been relatively inconsistent, but I would personally roll with Mike G this week. I'm starting him in my 12-man league if that makes you feel any better. So, yeah, that would be my answer, man. I think Mike Kaseki's going to have a better week overall. All right, let's see here. Fendi, what is going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're ready for some week 4 NFL action, man. It's going to be a great week. PPR, Devonte Smith or Jalen Waddle. I would be willing to take a risk on Devonte Smith. We haven't seen him really perform since week 1, but this Chiefs secondary is playing so poorly right now, and I see that turning into a high-scoring affair. So in terms of just volume, I think he's going to have a good week. Waddle has shown better chemistry when Tua is the quarterback as opposed to Brissett, and the Colts are a far better secondary. So if you're asking me, man, I would take a risk on Devonte Smith this week. Pooks 2 times. Should I start Kittle with a calf strain or play it safe with Higbee? Ooh, good question. Honestly, I think playing it safe and you're in full PPR. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Kittle's been pretty inconsistent this year. It's crazy. I never want to talk you out of setting George Kittle. He's one of the best tight ends in the league, right? Always has a chance to have a big game. Green Bay is one of the worst teams in the entire National Football League against opposing tight ends, whom he faced last week, and that was really the only good game we've seen out of George Kittle, right? And so, yeah, I would play it safe and start Higbee, and I think that there's going to be a lot of points put up between Higbee and the Cardinals, right? The Rams and the Cardinals. So I like Higbee this week. I've got him starting in one of my leagues, and I feel pretty good about that start, man. I think he's going to have a good week. So thanks for the question, man. If you got any others, please let us know, man. Any new faces out here today, hope you guys subscribe down below, become part of the Catch fan. But nonetheless, just appreciate you guys coming out to the Sunday pregame stream. We are less than half an hour away from some NFL action, guys. It's going to be a good week, guys. Let's see here. Mike Threat, what is going on, brother? Hope you're doing fantastic today. Chuba Hubbard or Antonio Gibson for RB2 in PPR? It's a good question, man. I think due to volume, Chuba Hubbard's potentially the better start. I mean, the Panthers are really going to have to rely on him, and they're really going to need him to perform. And I like Gibson still. I still believe in him on the season. I like both of those guys this week, actually. I think you have a good problem there with 2 very good players debating who to start, right? But it also makes things more difficult. Atlanta's been pretty bad against opposing defenses, so I think Gibson is a good start. He's had a very good game last week, so I like both of those guys. That's a tough call. I think Chuba could end up seeing more volume as I think the Panthers are going to have to rely on him a bit more. But I like both of those guys. I think you can flip a coin and still have a good start between both of them this week. Pukes 2 times, full PPR. Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry. You're the man, bro. Keep it up. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that support, man. Any new faces? Hope you guys become part of the Catch fam today, man. We'll be doing it again late tonight, more than likely, for the little bit Sunday reaction, man. But appreciate you guys coming out to the Sunday pregame stream, nonetheless. But yeah, that's a tough call. Tough call for your Max Threat between Chuba and Gibson. Carlos is God. Morning, fellas. Should I start Deontay, Johnson, or Cortland, Sutton in non-PPR? Personally, I would start Sutton. It's a better matchup as Deontay Johnson's coming back from an injury, A, and B, he's probably going to face Jair Alexander on the Packers all day, which is a very tough matchup. And the Ravens secondary has played pretty poorly, so I would trust Sutton and the volume he should see against one of the teams in the lower tier in terms of secondaries against the Ravens. So, yeah, That would be my answer, man. I would roll with Cortland Sutton. And I think he's going to have a good week, man. I like Sutton a lot. So, yeah, if you're asking me, I think Sutton's a better start. Yeah, G. Alexander is never a good matchup for our wide receiver ones. So, I would stay away from that matchup. But we'll see what happens. I mean, due to volume, he could always have a good day. But if it was my roster, I'd have Sutton in right now. Let's see where how Sutton's been performing. I like these Broncos receivers, guys. I like this Broncos team. Not just because they're our Madden franchise. Yeah, I mean, Sutton's been a little bit down as opposed to what we saw in week 2, right? But I think he could have a good game today. Think he could. Ravens have been bad in the secondary, man. John Simmons, Nelson Aguilar or Will Fuller? Good question. Definitely hard to call there. I think you can take a chance on Aguilar. I've got him against me in my 20-man league, so I don't want to root for him. But I think you can really take a chance on either of those guys. I mean, it's a better matchup for Will Fuller. For Nelson Aguilar, as the Tampa Bay secondary has just been awful. And I mean, like, god-awful. So, I think you can take a chance there for sure. We haven't really seen him perform since week 1. And the problem with the New England Patriots wide receivers is that they're so incredibly inconsistent. And on top of that, I mean, Mac Jones' play has not been very consistent from the quarterback position as well. So, it's a tough call, man. I think Fuller could kind of break out. Let's double-check the stats on Fuller. Getting a lot of questions about Will Fuller between today and last night. And it's just a tough call to make because we've really only seen him in one game. Let's see here. I mean, he had 6 targets, 3 receptions, 20 yards, 2-point conversion. Almost had a big play, touchdown as well. Indianapolis is not great against opposing receivers, so it's a good matchup. I think you could honestly flip a coin, man. I'm sorry if that's not the most helpful answer, but it's a tough call, truly, between those two guys. It truly is. Let me know if you want me to try and dissect that anymore. I mean, Will Fuller, 7 points in his first performance coming back from injury and everything. Like I said, 6 targets. It's not awful. Indianapolis not great against opposing receivers, but we know that Tampa Bay is very bad. Very, very bad. Worse in the league, if I'm not mistaken, against opposing receivers. Nelson Aguilar, week 1, 7 targets, 3 targets week 2, 8 targets week 3, 1 receiving touchdown. He had 8 targets against the Saints and only 2 receptions, which is pretty worrisome for 17 yards. So, I mean, the Patriots are going to want to put up some points tonight. We all know that. So definitely take the risk there. But I actually feel like Will Fuller has a shot at a better game. Just because this New England Patriots team is so inconsistent from a fantasy perspective that I don't feel crazy about them. I truly don't. But it's a tough call, man. It's a good question. Appreciate the question, man. Let me know if you need any other thoughts on that. I'll see what I can do for you, my guy. All right, let's see here. 20 minutes till we kick off, guys. I'm excited. Some good 1 o'clock games. I'm excited for this Panthers and Cowboys game. Truly am. I like both these squads right now. Who is this receiver on the Chiefs in our Madden game? I think it has to be like a drafted player who's not real. I'm a bot. Is Lamar good for today? Yes, he is playing. He is active. He is officially playing. It's a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup, guys. But I'm starting him. I don't really have a choice, but I am starting him. And it's a bad matchup. The Broncos have been the best team in the league against opposing quarterbacks, but you picked Lamar Jackson for a reason. You got to roll with it, right? But yes, he is playing. The injury is not going to hold him back from playing today. So he is active. We did go over that. So yes, I'm a bot. Lamar is good for today with a very tough matchup. John Simmons, all right, I think I'm going to go Fuller. Yeah, I like that choice. I worry about these New England Patriots wide receivers. But it's an incredibly awful secondary for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's a very tough choice between the two. And Will Fuller has only played one game this year, right? So it's a very tough choice, man. I could see it going either way. I truly could. So I hope it works in your favor, man. And I won't be surprised if it does. All right, I think the Chiefs picked up a first there. Damn it. Couldn't stop Kelsey. Couldn't do it. All right. Jackson, what is going on, brother? Good to see you in the chat, man. Hope you're doing great. Always good to have you, man. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're ready for some Week 4 fantasy football. Some Week 4 football in action. Pick one in full PPR. Woods, Sutton, Zach Moss, Cordell Patterson, Cole Beasley. I like all those guys. It's a good problem to have there. Man, I really have a feeling that Cordell Patterson's going to have a good week. I think it's a good matchup for him, man. So I like Patterson a lot this week. Wow. I like Zach Moss versus the Houston Texans a lot as well. Those are my two favorite guys out of those guys, and I really like Cortland Sutton, Cole Beasley, and Robert Woods this week as well. I think they're all great starts, man. You have a very good problem there. I've just got a feeling in terms of the red zone and actual end zone, right? Patterson's going to have a good day. And so is Zach Moss. Those are probably my... And I typically lean, running back position over wide receiver. So I like both of those guys a lot, but maybe I'm being a little bit biased in terms of the position that I go for. So I would probably start Patterson or Moss, but I don't want to talk you out of those receivers, right? Those are, especially in full PPR. I mean, Beasley could have a huge day against the Texans. Sutton could have a huge day against the Ravens. So those are tough calls, and I think that the Rams and the Cardinals game is going to be a pretty high-scoring affair. So I could definitely see Robert Woods being needed in terms of volume and receptions today as well. So very good problem to have, Jackson. But personally, I would probably be starting Zach Moss or Patterson. Hope that was helpful, man. But it's a tough call there. I'm a bot. How are you feeling about A-Rob big day? I think that this Lions defense is a little bit better than we've been leading on, man. And it's all going to depend on the quarterback play, right? Justin Fields looked very bad in his first NFL start. Not that he had a lot of help or a good game plan by any means, right? Offensive line is bad, man. So I hope that he can play better today. And that's what it's going to depend on. I'm a little scared of starting Allen Robinson today. But overall, in terms of volume, he should see the volume. So it's a tough call. All right, let's see here. Logan, Chargers D or Panthers D? Whew. Tough call. They're both facing very good offenses, guys. Those are two tough matchups for two good defenses. Personally, I can see the Chargers making more mistakes than the Cowboys. But that's a tough call. On the season, the Panthers have played better. So it's definitely it's a difficult decision between the two. Wow, that was a scary Madden play. I would probably roll with the Chargers, as I can also see the Raiders making more mistakes than the Cowboys. But I still like this Panthers defense. I dropped them and was lucky enough to pick up. Well, actually, I picked up the Cowboys defense. So it's a tough call between those two guys. Two defenses, I should say. But I'd probably roll with the Chargers. Why not? Jackson, thanks, man. Have a good weekend. You too, brother. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. Appreciate your support, my guy. Headed next. What's up, Catch? How's your morning going? I got a question. Should I start Dak Prescott or Kirk Cousins? My morning's going great, man. We're just cool. Getting ready for week 4 action. About 15 minutes away, man. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the live stream as always, my guy. Hope you're going to have a great Sunday. Let's see. Ooh. Kirk Cousins got the tougher matchup, and I like the Panthers a lot. I would start Dak, personally. But it's a tough call. Both of them are playing very, very well right now. So, I would start Dak. Yeah. But I don't feel great about it. I like both those guys, man. I think you got a good problem there. So, but yeah, I think Dak's the right decision at this point in time. I like Kirk Cousins a lot. He's been playing fantastic, though. I just think the game script will be better for Dak. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let's see here. I'm about Steelers defense or Bears defense. I would go with the Bears. I think that the Packers are going to have a pretty good day. I mean, TJ Watt's coming back for the Steelers, so that's always good news, right? But I think that the Packers will still perform today. And I would rather bet against... Yeah, I would definitely rather bet against Jared Goff than Aaron Rodgers. So I would roll with the Bears defense. And they've had some pretty good weeks overall from a fantasy perspective as well. All right, Brock, what is going on, brother? Happy to see you in the chat today. Hope you're doing fantastic, man. Let's see here. What do you think, man? Pick 2 full PPR. Godwin, Amari, Deontay, and Debo. Tom's my QB. Good question, man. Good question. Let's see here. I would roll with Godwin. I mean, technically it's a bad matchup, but I'm not betting against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I would roll with Godwin for sure. And I think, Amari Cooper's ceiling is always going to be high. And the Panthers are hurting at the cornerback position, so I don't think it's a bad call there. But I think Debo's going to have a good game as well versus the Seahawks. So I would kind of end up flipping a coin between Debo and Amari. I think Deontay's got a bad matchup, and he's coming off of injury. So for me personally, I would stay away from Deontay Johnson. He's going to be probably facing Jair Alexander all day. So I would stay away from him personally. And then I would definitely start Godwin, then kind of flip a coin. I mean, I know it's a bad answer. I'm sorry, man. Between Amari and Debo. I like Debo a little bit more, but Amari Cooper's due for another good game, and I certainly think he could have one. And, yeah, it's a tough call. It's a good problem to have, man. I think you're going to have a good receiver in there nonetheless. Let's see. Nick Dad, God, what is going on, brother? Good to see you in the chat, man. Hope you're doing fantastic. Full PPR flex, Clyde Edwards, Allen Robinson, Mike Williams. Mike Williams all day long, man. Not even a question for me. I would 100% start Mike Williams. Then I would rank Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I would rank Allen Robinson last out of those 3. But yeah, Mike Williams all day long. Going to be a good game. Chargers and Raiders. There'll be a lot of points put up, I think. And Mike Williams, I would not bench Mike Williams until we see some sort of regression in these stat lines. And until then, I would ride that train all day long. I think he's going to have a very good game overall, and I would feel very confident in starting him this week. But thank you for the question, man. Hope you're doing fantastic, man. Good to see you in the stream as always. Mac Burns, Dak or Hurts? Between those two, man, the way Kansas City is playing defensively, yeah, I would feel pretty good about starting Jalen Hurts. I mean, he played awful last week and still put up like 20 fantasy points. And this is a much, much worse defense this week that he's facing. So I would roll with Jalen Hurts, and I would do it with pretty good confidence as well. I think he's going to have a really good week, man. But good to see you, brother. Thanks for the question, man. Hope you're doing fantastic, and always good to have you in the stream, man. Hope you're going to have a great Sunday, and best of luck to you this weekend as well. I know I need some good luck going my way as well. All right. That boy John Doe, Jackson or Cousins? It's a tough matchup for Jackson, as we just lost this Madden game. It's a tough matchup, man. I'm starting him, but I have to. And yeah, between the two, I think Cousins might have the better day. Although it's also a tough matchup for Cousins. He's got the easier matchup. I think the game script will work more in his favor. But it's also hard to bet against your guy Lamar, right? So I like both of them. Actually, I mean, they both have tough matchups. But I still can see both of them having pretty good days. So it's a tough question. I think if you got the conviction in Lamar, you start him against the best defense in the league, against opposing quarterbacks in fantasy. And if you don't feel good about it, then I would throw Cousins in. I mean, the Browns have been pretty good against opposing quarterbacks as well. But tough calls, man. Tough calls. Barkley or Henderson or Leonard Fournette. I would personally roll with Saquon Barkley. I just think he's getting back to true form. I would take a shot on Barkley. Henderson's got a shot at a good week as well. But overall, man, I like Barkley the most out of those three guys. I think they're all good players, though. All right, Richard Glass, what's up, brother? Good to see you as always, my guy. Happy to have you here, man. Loyal member to the Catch fam. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're ready for week 4, man. It's going to be a good week. Morning, guys. Great day for some fantasy football. As always, brother. It's always a good Sunday. Sundays make the world go round, brother. So it's a great day for some NFL action and some fantasy football as well. So I'm excited, man. Hope you guys are excited. We're about less than 10 minutes away. It's going to be a fantastic week, guys. It's going to be a beautiful week overall. All right, let's see if we can't get this dub versus the Chiefs here. Game-winning field goal. They're icing us. They're icing us, guys. The real YDK, Moss or Melvin Gordon? I like Moss a lot this week, man. Very good matchup versus the Texans, of course. Melvin Gordon's a little bit banged up. So, that's not great either. Oh, gosh, dude, we just missed this field goal. What was that? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, guys. Oh, my gosh. Don't pay attention to Madden, guys. Oh, my gosh. Did you guys see that? Okay. Madden doesn't matter. We got, less than 10 minutes till we kick off, guys. Let's see here. We're just quitting that game. No, we can't do that. Oh, my gosh, guys. I knew I should have just simmed it. It did that whole, zoom in thing, man. What was that? That's my worst Madden loss ever, and it's live streamed on YouTube. Go ahead and roast me, guys. All right, let's see. Real DK, yeah, I would start Moss. That boy John Doe, thank you. You got it, brother. If you guys are new here, hope you guys subscribe down below, become part of the Catch fam, and smash that like button, guys, as well. All right, James out. Bass or Bucker this week? I would roll with Tyler Bass. I think that the Texans are going to be very vulnerable to points this week. I don't think Butker is a bad start versus the Eagles as well. But personally, I would start Bass. And, don't sweat it, man. It's okay to ask about kickers, too. Those are tough choices as well. JRX SAS, I thought Melvin was injured. Yeah, he was dealing with an injury. Let's see if there's any update there. Let's see. Because actually, if he's not playing, man, Devonte Williams is someone I'm going to have to consider starting. Let's see. He's expected to play. Man, I'm kind of considering starting Devonte Williams this week. Do you guys think I should start Devonte Williams? Let's see. Chase Brown, just saw the Bills game. Weather is pouring rain. Should I be concerned about starting Allen and Beasley? Potentially. I didn't see that. That's not good. Could definitely affect things. Actually, isn't pouring. It's expected to have some rain most of the day. I think he'll probably be all right, man. But it's a tough call. I think I'm going to start Devonte Williams, guys. The Ravens are really bad against opposing running backs. And, yeah. The real YDK, is Nick Folk playing this week? Let me check for you. Let me see what I can find out. Questionable. No updates. Come on. We need some updates for the Catch fam. Let's see here. See, I'm going to check a second source. He's listed as questionable with a left knee injury. He practiced in limited fashion. It's not giving me an exact answer, my guy. Hayden Rittenhouse, pick 2. Myers, Kittle, or Emmanuel Sanders? Kittle and Sanders is where I'd roll there. The real YDK. Yeah, even if Melvin plays, he's not going to be 100% and is also probably going to be limited on runs. Yeah, let's go and take this Madden loss off the screen. I think I'm going to start Devonte Williams, guys. But now my question is, do I start Antonio Brown or Henry Ruggs? I think I'm going to leave Ruggs out because the Chargers are pretty damn good against posting receivers. Or do I throw in Corey Davis? I think Antonio Brown's going to have a good game, guys. Tough calls. Tough calls. I think Corey Davis could have a really good day, too. We got 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. All right. Bars and the tuck. Last second, Hubbard, CEH, or Naheem Hines. I would roll with Hubbard just due to volume, but CEH has a decent matchup too. The Chiefs have been utilizing him pretty well. Yeah, I think due to volume, the Panthers are going to have to rely on Hubbard, so I think I would personally start him. Let's see. Seafran the man 1. Brandon Cooks, Debo, Thielen, Ridley, Evans, start 3 in PPR. Brandon Cooks due to volume. Adam Thielen due to red zone performance. And then Debo or Evans due to their ceilings. I would leave Ridley out of that bunch. Evans' ceiling is always high. Debo has been very good. So Cooks and Thielen for sure. Then I would flip a coin between Ridley and Debo. Good to see you, Fran, the man. Appreciate you coming out last night for the late night stream as well. JRX, SAS, AB is always a hit or miss. You're right. Do you think Corey Davis is a better start than AB? I got 2 minutes to decide. It's tough call, man. Or Henry Ruggs for that matter. Richard Glass, Sutton or Moss in the flex standard. I know you have my philosophy with running backs in the flex, but it's still tough. Yeah. I like Moss. I like Moss, man. I like Moss. Tough call. I like Sutton too. But yeah. JRX SAS. Hope you have a good day. The Catch. Hope Lamar plays well for us. I do, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words, brother. Appreciate you coming out to the late night stream, being a new member of the Catch fam. I'll let you know how Dalton goes for me. Yeah. Tough call for you today, brother. But I hope it works out. I truly do. So thank you for joining the stream. Thank all you guys for coming out to the stream today, man. I got 1 minute to put Corey Davis in over Antonio Brown. It's a tough call. I'm scared. I'm truly scared. What time does Corey Davis play at? 1 p.m. I don't know what to do. Edmonds or Sermon? I like Sermon. He's Mitchell's out, and it's a fantastic start against the Seahawks, guys. So yeah, I like Sermon. I do like. I like both of them. But I like Sermon a little bit more due to the matchup against Seahawks. So that would be my call for you, man. All right. That's it, man. Week 4 is underway. It's kicking off, brothers. Brothers and sisters, right? It's crazy, man. JRXSAS, I wouldn't trust the Jets. Yeah, I left him off. I got AB in. We'll see what happens, brother. Appreciate all you guys, man. Appreciate all you guys coming out to the stream today. More than likely, we'll be back at it tonight for late night Monday or Sunday night reaction. While we watch some of that Buccaneers and Pats game, but potential we might hold off till tomorrow see how the day goes. But nonetheless, man, appreciate all you guys. Appreciate the Catch fam, man. Appreciate all the new faces. So everyone have a fantastic Sunday. Kick back. Don't let fantasy get too much in the way. Enjoy the football action today, man. Appreciate all you guys. Sit back. Gonna be a great week 4. Watch some football. Enjoy it, man. Like I said, don't let fantasy get too much in the way. Appreciate the game, man. It's a beautiful game, right? So have fun, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Thank each and every one of you guys for the support. Got nothing else